What's up, guys? This is Gabe, and we're doing SBC Radio in your face. I'm here with Will and Jack. So we got some few topics. First one, baseball. Who do you think is the best team in the AL East?
You've got to go with the Red Sox right now. They definitely have arguably the best lineup in baseball. And then the pitching rotation isn't as bad as people make it out to be. And then the bullpen obviously is a little bit of an issue right now, especially with the injuries. And then they've cleared up the bench. So I think that's probably my pick for best team in the AL East.
Well, first of all, the pitching rotation is exactly as bad as you think it is because Stephen Wright, their ace at the moment, just gave up 8 earned runs in less than 5 innings last night. And David Price is pitching like a mediocre to decent number 2 at the moment. So I'm going to go with the Orioles simply because they're in first place right now, not the Red Sox. And they've led the division for the most games this season. To me, it comes down to who is in first place. The Orioles have won more games. I don't care what the stats say. The Orioles have won more games. They're the better team.
Well, let me just explain to you real quick that the Red Sox have scored 50 more runs than any other team in baseball. And then also that they're pitching, like the pitching rotation as a full 9 innings, ERA, exactly the same as the Orioles, 4.22 going into a few days ago. So they have the same exact ERA. The Red Sox have scored more runs, and it just happens to be that the Red Sox are the most talented team in the AL East.
Well, I'm not arguing that the Red Sox have scored more runs. I'm arguing that the Orioles have won more games. So the best team in the division is the team that's in first place. Until the Red Sox are in first place and have led the division for more games than the Orioles have, the Orioles are the best team in the division.
So I'd like you to answer a question for me. So by the end of this regular season, you believe that the Orioles will be in first place in the division?
I'm not saying the Orioles will or won't be.
So wait. So how can they be the best team in the division if you don't think they're going to finish in first?
They're the best team in the division right now because they're in first place right now.
Good point.
All right, I'm not even going to argue with this. Let's move on to
Next
football.
topic, now football. Best team in the AFC.
Patriots.
Chiefs.
Why?
You start this time.
All right, well, the Chiefs have one of, if not the best defense in football. And with Justin Houston coming back from injury, Eric Berry hopefully getting signed soon enough to the franchise tender.
Good thing this franchise deadline passed, but...
Well, signed to the franchise tender, not to a long-term deal. He still hasn't signed his franchise one-year deal yet.
Yeah, that passed. You can't sign that anymore.
Yes, you can. You can sign till December 1st, but that's beside the point. The point being is that the Chiefs have one of the best defenses in football, combined with a solid quarterback, nothing special in Alex Smith, and
manager.
and a guy who is actually throwing touchdowns to wide receivers now, and the return of Jamal Charles and the emergence of Charkandrick West. The Chiefs are going to be a team to watch in the AFC.
All right. So, first of all, I do have 2 words for you, and those are Tom Brady. So, when you talk about a decent quarterback, you have to talk about one of the greatest of all time and probably the best one in the NFL right now. The only one you can make an argument for is Cam Newton, but I really still think that Tom Brady's the best quarterback in the NFL. And then, even with Jimmy Garoppolo playing those first 4 games, the weapons that the Patriots have, first of all, you have Deion Lewis, a feature back. I'm not a huge fan of LeGarrette Blount in the backfield, but he is someone...
Do you just compare Deion Lewis to Jamal Charles? I'm just curious.
I said he's a feature back. No, I did not,
No,
actually.
you did not.
So, you're wrong there. I'll prove you some more wrong. And then LeGarrette Blount, not a huge fan, but a huge bowling ball that, when you have a lead, can really tire out a defense. Then you have new pickup Martellus Bennett, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Gronk, Chris Hogan. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you seem to really underrate the Patriots' defense, where they have one of the best linebackers in the NFL in Jamie Collins, and then one of the better linebackers in Dante Hightower. You seem to also underrate Malcolm Butler, who some people do overrate, but he's still a solid corner. And then Logan Ryan seemed to establish himself as a solid number 2 corner last year. And then the run defense is also pretty good with Malcolm Brown and Chris Long and Jabal Street up front, who can also rush the passer.
Well, we haven't seen Chris Long in the Patriots system yet. I do think it'll work out well, but we don't know if he can stop the run in that kind of a system because it is a different scheme than he ran when he was in St. Louis. So we could see an adjustment there. I'm a little skeptical of their secondary. I do think that the Chiefs absolutely have the better secondary. It's not debatable. Patrick Chung would not be a starter on the Chiefs, but he's a starter on New England. Marcus Peters, defending Rookie of the Year, led the league in interceptions. So
Also had one of the worst passer ratings against in the NFL.
well, that's a good thing. So
No, I meant like as a corner, meaning like his passer rating as a corner was bad. Meaning quarterbacks completed a lot of passes against him.
all right, I see what you're saying. I don't think that's what it's called. I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs have the better defense. The Chiefs probably have the second or third best defense in the league, taking out the Broncos and probably the Seahawks. I would say the Chiefs are probably next, along with the Jets and teams like that. The Patriots are not among that group, and defense wins championships is what it really comes down to. And the Patriots have an offense, but they don't have the defense that it takes to win a Super Bowl, and the Chiefs do.
good points here. That's all we got for today. Again, Will, Jack, I'm Gabe. We'll see you later.